If you are from Asian country, you might have heard the name called lava. So lava used to be really famous in Asian countries like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and all those countries. And they used to sell mid-range devices. They used to be really good. Nowadays also they are selling phones, but for some time they didn't really release any phones. Nowadays you can get lava Agni devices, which are also mid-range devices, and they are really good. But here I have a device which is from lava, and this one is lava Air 2. This one released back in 2015. They collabed with AIS network in Thailand. So this device actually it's pretty good. I have been using this device few days now, and turns out it still holds up pretty well. As we know, lava devices are not really that great, but this one is kind of good device. It used to be really expensive actually, like $200. So here as you can see, the device is really thin. It's not really that bulky, and I did take out the paint from the back glass, so it looks transparent and looks really good actually. I like transparent phones, and you can use two SIM and SD card together, so that's good. On top also we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the bottom it uses micro USB port, and few other things actually really good here. The display is actually 5.2-inch IPS display. One thing which is not really good about this display is it is pretty low brightness display, so outside you can't really use the device. As you can see right now the brightness is full, but still it does not look that bright. This device powered by a MediaTek 6735 processor, which is an octa-core processor, and kind of decent processor with 3GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage. So let's see what we are getting with the device. The home screen looks something like this. You can change the themes. If I press and hold, we can go to theme section. We do have 3 themes here. Business one is pretty much similar, just the icons are changed, and also we can go to purely stock, so at Android theme, and now it is in stock theme, so it looks good. This device running on Android 5. As you can see here, lava Air 2, it is running on StarOS, Android version 5.1, and CPU and RAM as you can see here. The problem with this kind of devices right now is that although it got pretty beefy specs, but you can't really do much with this kind of devices because there is no custom ROM support. They are not really available on other countries, so these are actually specifically designed for carriers, so you can't really do much with the device. So by the way, I have been using this device few days now. Turns out it is a really good device actually. It works really fine and it still works really well, although the application support you are not going to get that much. Still the Facebook Lite is working, as you can see here. Facebook Lite is working. I can use NewPipe here, although you can't really use the official version of YouTube here. NewPipe works really well and pretty smooth. For browser, I'm using VIA browser. The browser is already outdated, so the browsing experience not going to be good with this kind of devices, but it is still doing a decent job actually. You can still access few pages here. Heavy pages it can't load, but most of the page still it can handle actually. So browsing experience going to be not good, but still pretty much usable. Now main thing is what you can do with this device. So this device got 4G support, so 4G does work. Making phone calls and messaging not going to be that difficult, and it's still doing pretty well. For application support, you can't really do much in terms of application support because the latest application doesn't work here. Even the games also like Subway Surf doesn't work on Android 5.1 anymore, although this device is completely capable of running those games, but you cannot get them. And it also like you can't really install few social media apps too actually, like Facebook application doesn't work here. You have to use Facebook Lite, and we do have Spotify support, so Spotify does work, it still works, so you can use this device as a music player. And one thing about this device is that although the display is not really that bright, but the display actually still looks good, and it also got decent speaker, so the speaker quality is good too. Not really that much loud, but still workable.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
And one thing which is left is camera. So the camera here, it also pretty decent actually. If you check the camera hardware application, so if I go, as you can see here, it is using Samsung sensors for the back 13 megapixel and the front, which is 8 megapixel, that one also a Samsung sensor. So the camera is actually really good. I did take few pictures with this device and that turns out good, but this unit got few issues with the camera hardware, like it just fixed focus, it doesn't focus at all, as you can see here. Although it is showing that it is trying to focus, but it doesn't focus. But whenever it focused, like it is in fixed focus mode right now, and if it is sharp, it is sharp. So as you can see here, I did take few pictures, like this one is my cat, and as you can see, the picture turns out really good and it's pretty sharp. As you can see here, that turns out really good, not really bad. As you can see, picture quality is actually really good if you take them in daylight mode. At night it's not going to be that good. So as you can see here, this picture also turns out really good, and you can see the depth of field. So the sensor used here is actually a good one. If you want to take videos, you can still take videos with this device. It can shoot up to 1080p 30 fps with both front and back facing camera. The front facing camera also got a flash, as you can see here, but it got bluish tint, so it does not look that great. In terms of camera UI, pretty basic. We do have few filters, as you can see here, filters here like background, negative and all those things, and few options like beautify and night pro. So in night pro mode, it slows down the shutter speed, so that's what it is doing right now. And also we have few other options here like HDR support, QR code scanner, and also bokeh. There is also intelligent selfie mode, so it will take picture when it sees faces actually. So as you can see here, there is some option, so it will take automatically. So these are the few features here actually. In the setting panel, we don't really have much option here. Like we do have like white balance support and exposure support, so those are the things in terms of manuality. And we do have ISO and sharpness and other things, so those are available. And as you can see, picture size we can go up to 13 megapixel. And in terms of video, video quality is fine, means 1080p. We do have EIS support, that's good actually, and noise reduction support. So these are few things, and the video quality is also pretty decent. As you can see here, I did take a video of my cat. So the video quality also really good, and the device actually performing really well. I can still play older games like Temple Run and Temple Run 2, all those games, it still works. You can't really play online games on this device. One thing which is really good about this device is actually design. So it is really thin and also pretty lightweight, and you can handle it with one hand pretty well. And it looks cool if you have a transparent device. I could make it a little bit better, like chopping off blackish metal frame can expose the motherboard a little bit more, although you can't really get this phone maybe outside of Thailand. Pretty decent device from Lava. So that's all about this device. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.